Okay? So let's get started, inshallah. We're going to talk today about jump, abul. This is going to be level 2. So this is basically what we're going to talk about. Okay, first of all, my name is Shadi, I'm Yusuf. I'm going to be like something like a rep from Macmillan today, Macmillan trainer for this course. Okay? Basically, I'm going to start by talking about the book. So I'll talk about the book itself, okay, and how we can use the current classes and why it's suitable for every student. So this is number 1, okay? Now number 2, I'm going to talk about different methodological strategies, okay, that you can apply in the book itself, or you can use it without the book. So this is how it's going to be divided. Now the question is, why I'm going to start by talking about the book first? Well, because this is why I'm here. Okay? So I will try to convince you that this book is the best choice for our students in primary school. Okay? And inshallah, it's going to be used in the school, and this is how we're going to make money somehow. Okay? And the students are going to get benefits. Okay? Now basically, in our classes, we've got so many different students, right? Now this is what we have. And a trainer inside a class is trying to please everybody. We've got different students, okay? And every student has got, his own mentality, the way he likes to be taught. Everybody likes to be taught in a different way. And you've got about 40, maybe 50 students in one class, or whatever, maybe 30, okay? But you've got a huge number. And these students are not similar. You've got, like individual differences, right? So we've got to please everybody. Now, what I'm going to talk about today is jump, abort, and different students. How this book is designed, and why it is designed to be suitable for every kind of the students inside your class. Well, this is the very interesting part about it. And this is, very, very amazing about the writer. Well, actually, the writer is Paul A. Davis. And Paul A. Davis started, teaching English in Spain. So this man, okay, used to teach English, okay, for students who are not speakers of the language. Now he spent a huge part of his life doing that in Spain. After that, he moved back to England and he started writing courses. He wrote many successful courses. And today we're going to talk about one of his best courses for Macmillan Company. Okay, now look at this. Now let's move to the first point here. I'm going to talk about musical students. Now let me tell you something. Like in reality and in life, we've got people who like music. Now this is something that we see. Like I remember that I used to have some students, okay, who memorize English words by singing. This is what they do. Okay, they get the words, and in order to memorize the new words, they start making a song. And they keep singing it at home until it gets into the mind. So they like that very much. Okay, like if we go back with our memories, we can remember that when we were students, sometimes we used to study while music is playing in the background. Okay, and that used to help us also, one more time, in learning. Now, the guy who designed this book, didn't forget about this point. He knew that some students like music very much, especially in this age. Okay? And in the children and kids age, it's very important to have music in the classroom. Okay? Now you didn't forget about that. And this is why when you open this book, and inshallah, copies of this book are going to be available for you, even before it's going to be given and delivered to school. So you will have time to check the book and read everything about it. Okay? So we're going to take care of this point. But basically, when you look at this, you will find a song in here. That is page 6. We've got a song in here, okay, which is a very interesting song. It is a song that is related to the content. So it's a song that is not a side of the content. It's a song that helps the content, and at the same time, it's going to help musical students who like to study with fun. Okay? Because we believe, okay, that in teaching, if your class is not funny, so you're not doing anything. Simply, if your class is boring and you are controlling the class in a very, very, very strong way, that you don't allow your students to have fun, so the educational process is very boring, and finally the students learn nothing. Okay? So it is very advisable that you, as a trainer, you play with your students inside the class. Because you are supposed to make them love what they are being taught, so that they can get and you know, like, and absorb the information you're giving them. Okay? Now this is something that this book really takes care of. A song, in order to quench the desire of listening to music inside some students in your classes. And you can use that very well. You can use that very well in your classes, and you can sing after that with your students inside the class, making sure that they learn things, okay, from the song, directly or indirectly. Just like, there is a very interesting theory about teaching here. And I think we can remember that, all of us, we remember those days when we used to be at school. I think we're still at school. Okay, whatever. So things haven't changed much, but you know, like, but we're trainers now. Okay, at school, we used to go to school and attend classes, right? Okay, and then after classes are over, and after the educational year is over, okay, we forget really lots of things that we studied. But we still remember, you know, the walls, the colors of the walls, right? We still remember the pictures hanging on the walls, okay? We still remember how the tables look like. I still remember that my trainer was a little bit heavyweight. I'm not going to say that, this is not nice, okay? So we remember things that are not related directly to the content. So we remember what we are supposed to forget, and we forget what we were supposed to remember, right? Now, people started studying this phenomenon and said that sometimes students understand and learn things indirectly. So they started thinking, why don't we use that? Like, we put activities that are not, you know, like, direct to the students, so we can remember them very well, and he will forget about other things. You see what I mean? Like, I give him a song, and I don't tell him, okay, like, I don't speak so much about the song while I'm giving him that. But I know very well that when he goes back home, he will remember lots of things about this song, and he will learn a lot of things.
Remember things, what we call going home with the echo. Echo of what he is learning inside the classroom. So for example, when we are on a bus, and the driver is playing something, whether we like it or not, part of his music play is nicely remembered. While we are in the kitchen, for example, in the life, we find ourselves unconsciously. Something makes the spark come up to our minds, and this is what we want. That sense of echo. They go home with the echo of what they have heard and learned inside the classroom.
Thank you. This is very helpful example. Truly, you know, because we need to give them this atmosphere. Like, I've got, you know, students who is, mashallah, is very good at American English. He's like, it's amazing. You believe that he's been learning in the United States for years, and actually he's never traveled. Why? He's just watching films. But he's a very good speaker now of English language. Okay? So this is what the respectful lady was talking about here. Okay? The atmosphere, things that we prepare inside the class that makes the students, you know, like, willing to learn, happy. He's got, you know, experiences from different sides, and these experiences can be used later. Okay? Now, this is one of the things that this book really focuses on. Okay? Music inside the classes. Why? For students who like music. Now, let's move to another point here. Some details about musical students. And as you see, we have music. Oh, this is the learner time. That is good at singing, listening to music, and playing instruments. Okay? Now, when you move to learn best by using rhythm with music on. Okay, this is what we do. We provide him with what he needs inside the book. Now, when we come to the last part, which is activities, using songs, chants, drilling, okay, now actually, this is what the book provides you concerning this point. Now, let's move to another type of students here. Okay? Do you want me to move, or you start taking some notes on that? I can leave it for someone. Okay.